What am I, my bitch? Can I get something to drink? I'm gonna have to. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this job. Oh, this job is crazy. I don't like this job. It's fucking... Damn. Constantly doing crap I shouldn't be doing. Oh, 2 trips to Napa.
Honda Dealers Traffic Center.
Well, the worst of the worst, it's what...
It's too much, you know? Like, I can't deal with this crap. Come on.
Residents couldn't arms.
Or am I? My dude, come on, you know? Damn.
Pointed out, enough people thought he was back 16th. Right.
If you're happening to be on that freeway and you're getting past that crash site and you have any details you'd like to share with us, feel free. Do call the KCBS Cordell and Cordell phone force line. It's open right now at 415-391-KCBS. So if you see that or any other accident or stall you want to share with us, give us a buzz here at 391-KCBS. In the meantime, we are looking at traffic as you make your way across the West Valley Freeway. That's northbound 85. It's taken a while to completely clear out this crash before you get to Camden, so the traffic here is still backed up beyond Highway 87. It's about a mile and a half of stop-and-go traffic. South 880 through Fremont, it's the usual slowing. It's from Thornton Avenue and Chilton Auto-Body Collision Cam sees. Once you get south of Maury, things will loosen up considerably here. North 101 entering San Francisco, just a little bit slow, approaching the 280 Alamany split, but it picks up before you get to Cesar Chavez. Your next report is at 8:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Thank you, Kim. The start of a cooling trend today. Highs about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Highs in the 90s inland, near 80 by the bay, and the 60s at the coast. Cooling further tomorrow, and by Saturday it will be 20 degrees cooler than yesterday. Your forecasted highs for today. San Jose, you're looking at 89 degrees, a high of 75 degrees in Oakland, and a high of 68 degrees in San Francisco. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah. Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundles, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply. Your Thursday morning News Watch continues.
A 70-year-old man was found safe after spending 5 nights in the wilderness near Lake Tahoe. KCBS's Megan Goldsby has the story.
Warren Elliott turned up yesterday, 6 days after he went missing on the shore of Hellhole Reservoir.
He saw somebody out on the lake, flagged him down, and I'm told the first thing the guy said to him is, "There's a lot of people looking for you."
As many as 100 people on some days, along with drones and Black Hawk helicopters from the Nevada National Guard, says Elise Soviara, spokesperson for the Placer County Sheriff's Office, which led the rescue efforts. Elliott had taken a walk on Friday while clearing a path for this weekend's upcoming Jeep Enthusiast trail ride, but when he went back to meet his family,
He headed the opposite direction.
it's good practice, she says, if you're lost in the woods to stay put. The rescue crews are not trying to find a moving target, but Elliott told the sheriff's department he didn't think anyone was looking for him.
So as far as he was concerned, he needed to self-rescue.
He was tired, dehydrated, but otherwise okay. Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
Much has been made in recent years about America's red-hot job market, but is that still the case? Here's Chris Stevens.
The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.1% last month, marking the first time it's crossed above 4% since 2021. Despite that, career strategist Julie Bauke tells us there are still plenty of jobs out there for the taking.
We still have 1.2 jobs open for every job seeker. And it'd be great if we could just, match everybody up with a job. The problem is the skills gap. The problem is that a lot of the people who are looking for jobs aren't qualified for the jobs that are actually open.
Employment experts say workers have stopped quitting jobs at a frenzied pace, and college grads are having a harder time breaking into the market. I'm Chris Stevens, KNX News 97.1 FM.
And also reporting for KCBS. Still to come on KCBS, we'll check sports in 2 minutes.
1877 cards for kids. KARS cards for kids. 1877 cards for kids. Donate your card today.
1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher. 1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today. Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
From carriage house to glass aluminum doors, R&S Doors has a full line of commercial and residential garage doors and gates to suit anyone's taste and budget. Visit rsdoors.com. R&S Doors. Look for the red truck.
Cracked driveway, decaying deck, and overgrown and unusable outdoor space? Let System Pavers destroy it for you. This month, System Pavers will demolish, dig up, and haul away your dated, neglected concrete or asphalt for free. And we will replace them with the outdoor space of your dreams. Dramatic paver driveways, built-in fire pits, stunning outdoor kitchens, share-worthy patios, and more. For over 30 years, System Pavers has helped more than 90,000 homeowners transform their homes through beautiful, durable, and high-quality outdoor remodels, and you can be next. Contact us today to take advantage of our most popular offer, free demolition and removal. Get started today by calling System Pavers at 800-PAVE-004 or visit systempavers.com/radio to get inspired. That's 800-PAVE-004 or systempavers.com/radio.
All orders must be placed by July 31st. See website for offer details. Contractor's license 661575.
Coming up on KCBS, a chance for Giants fans on the peninsula to take the ferry to the game. KCBS News Time, 8:45.
We're going to talk about football in a moment. The U.S. women's national team. Here's Stephen Langford from the Bay Area Chevy Dealer Sports Desk.
1996. That was the first time women's soccer was featured in the Olympics, and a majority of the current U.S. players were born after that. But first-year head coach Emma Hayes, she is from England, but she watched that 1996 team win the gold medal, then in 1999 winning the Women's World Cup. And Hayes, in her first year as manager with the U.S., she cited those teams as her inspiration to get into coaching.
Personally, for me, this is like such an honor. I've dreamed of this moment since I was a little girl, so to be leading the U.S. team out to our first Olympic Games together is something I don't think I can put into words.
Soccer already underway. U.S. kicking off their campaign against Zambia at noon. And in their final tune-up game against Costa Rica a couple of weeks ago, they did not score. It was a 0-0 draw. And one of the top players whose job is to score goals is Sophia Smith.
That's not something that we're worried about or concerned about. Like, we know how to score goals. I think the final piece just needs to come together, and we've been working a lot this week on that. So, yeah, I'm I'm not worried about that at all.
Again, the first match against Zambia at noon, while the men's team, it is the 23 and under age restriction. They fell to France 3-0 in their opening match. And U.S. men's rugby defeated Uruguay this morning, so they are past the group stage and moving on to the quarterfinal. Yeah, before the opening ceremony, rugby is already in the quarterfinal stages. They'll take on Australia this afternoon at 1:30 at the sports desk. Stephen Langford, KCBS.
Thanks, Stephen. The KCBS Sports Desk is sponsored by the Bay Area Chevy Dealers. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com. This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to Staples, young man.
Tomorrow's my big day.
Big day?
First grade.
Aw, well,
Staples has crayons, markers, glue.
I need a laptop.
Oh, yeah, sure. With Staples Hot Deals, you can save up to $300 on select PCs for school.
Wait. The finances are Mom's department.
Right.
I'm looking for performance, like a Core i7 processor.
Boy, first grade has really changed.
Tell me about it.
Save big on tech for school with super low Staples Hot Deals. Right now, get up to $300 off select PCs at Staples. Ends 8/24. Jim Wonderly, what's happening on the roads?
Well, I have better news. On westbound 237, this crash at one point had all lanes blocked, but the traffic is still jammed here. West 237 approaching Lawrence Expressway as you enter Santa Clara. Everything finally cleared to the right shoulder. The Chilton out-of-body collision cam tells the tale, though. The backup is solid still from 880 as you make your way passing Zanker, all the way out to about Great America Parkway. That's where we start to see the recovery and the speeds really begin to improve from that point forward, but still a pretty big delay. I would still avoid it for a little bit if you can. Northbound 85, this accident has legs. It's been out here for so long. Northbound 85, about a mile before Camden. This was first reported back at around 7:30 this morning, and it looks like they're just having a devil of a time getting a flatbed tow truck out there. Traffic remains backed up for about 2.5 miles in the area. In the meantime, Peninsula, most of the heavy traffic is centered on southbound 101 coming down out of Menlo Park, say from Marsh Road down to about University Avenue. That's where you begin to pick up the pace here. Peninsula bridges, they're in great shape right now. Bay Bridge, the backup again, just behind the metering light, so it's only backed up just a smidge, only going to slow you down by a minute or two. Your next update is at 8:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Thank you, Kim. Visit Mancini Sleep World and save on cooling mattresses and accessories, or visit sleepworld.com. Here's your Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch. We're starting to cool down as we head into the next couple days, which is great news after a heat wave swept throughout the whole Bay Area earlier this week. 90s today in our inland East Bay turn into low 80s by tomorrow, and then 70s by Saturday. We're seeing a similar trend all throughout the North Bay and the Santa Clara Valley, too. Actually, those areas are already sitting in the 80s this afternoon. For our friends along the coast, 60s today, low 60s heading into this weekend's forecast. You're going to notice a lot more clouds in the forecast day by day as we gear up for the weekend and head into early next week. No rain associated with them, but it is going to be cloudy and cool along the coast, so keep that in mind if you're gearing up for the San Francisco Marathon. Looks like it's going to be a cloudy one on Sunday, but still nice weather nonetheless for running. We'll keep you updated on that forecast. For now, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jessica Birch. Now it's on 6 Plus. For the primetime edition at 8 p.m.
Current temperatures around the Bay at 71 degrees in San Jose. San Francisco checking in with 59 degrees. It's 64 degrees in Oakland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Semper Solaris is your local veteran-owned and operated solar battery storage, roofing, heating, and air conditioning solution. Choose Semper Solaris and declare your independence from the energy company. Visit SemperSolaris.com today.
We've got Katie O'Donnell and Karishma Patadia at the KCBS Editor's Desk. Our writer is Diana Shook. Your Thursday morning news watch continues.
Giants fans on the peninsula can now test drive taking the ferry to the ballpark. KCBS's David Welch reports that San Francisco Bay Ferry is offering a pilot service on certain Sundays to and from the game.
Port of Redmond, the city is exploring the option of constructing a permanent ferry terminal, but until that happens, SFA Ferry calls it a double win. It gives them the chance to test out a potential new route, and a boat full of baseball fans, that's a victory on its own.
We're a very nimble system where we can test stuff, compared to building new roads or bridges.
Tickets are limited, and Hall says reservations are strongly encouraged. The 4 select Sundays are built around Giants day games, and securing a spot includes a return trip.
We wanted to explore creative ways to test out demand, test out interest, and really build some goodwill with folks that we hope to serve in the future.
In San Francisco, David Welch, KCBS.
Vice President Kamala Harris is getting some star support from A-list singer-songwriter John Legend. The singer, who's in town here in San Francisco for 2 performances with the symphony, introduced his 2022 track Wonder Woman during his set on Tuesday night by saying, quote, "It's about time we let a Wonder Woman be president." His comment drew a wave of cheers and applause from the audience at Davies Symphony Hall. Legend is just one of several musicians who have publicly endorsed Harris. Others include Barbra Streisand, Cardi B, Gen Z favorite Charlie XCX, and of course superstar singer Beyonce, whose 2016 single Freedom is the soundtrack for Harris's official campaign launch video.
A lottery loss suddenly turned into a big payoff. CBS's Steve Caithen explains.
A Tennessee man found out he was the winner of a $1 million lottery prize when police contacted him. Turns out a clerk at the gas station in Murfreesboro, where he bought the scratch-off ticket, was accused of stealing it after saying it was worthless. Detective Steve Craig says store video is being used as evidence.
He threw it on top of the trash. He took the trash outside. And if you follow him on the camera, you can see him grab the ticket, put it in his pocket. It's pretty obvious. And good enough for me to put it in front of 12 jurors and make sure that they all come to the same conclusion.
Steve Caithen, CBS News.
U.S. economic growth rallied higher in the second quarter. Here's Jason Brooks from the O'Donnell Financial Group Money Desk.
Margie, the government reported that second quarter GDP rose 2.8%, doubling the pace from the first quarter thanks to increases in consumer spending, business inventories, and commercial real estate. Consumers were spending more in part due to inflation in services like healthcare and housing, while spending was up for autos, recreational goods, home furnishings, and appliances. Savings accounts were rated in order to keep up with spending plans, with the personal savings rate falling to 3.5% from 3.8% in the first quarter. And a sign of slowing wage growth, personal disposable income grew at a slower pace in the second quarter. Stock market looking to bounce back after the worst day since 2022. And so far, so good in the NASDAQ, overcoming an intraday drop of more than 250 points. NASDAQ is now in positive territory, up by 30. The S&P is gaining 24, and the Dow is surging higher by more than 300 points as Wall Street odds are locked in for a Fed rate cut in September. The Fed meets next week, and the market will be looking for signals that the Fed may indeed start to cutting rates in September. Tesla shares are rebounding after its worst day in 4 years. That stock is up by 3%. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Thank you, Jason. O'Donnell Financial, because planning is a process, not a product. Online at o'donnellfinancialgroup.com.
I need to sell my house so I can move.
Just sell it to Top Offer. They'll buy any house, any condition, any time.
What if it's in terrible shape?
Top Offer will buy it.
Do I have to do any repairs?
Not a single one. Top Offer will buy your house as is.
Even if it's just an old inherited house?
Top Offer will buy it.
What if it has difficult tenants?
Top Offer will buy it.
Okay, but what if I have stuff I don't want to take with me?
No problem. Leave whatever you want and they'll take care of it. Just call Top Offer at 650-471-5807.
They really handle everything?
Of course. And the best part is all that service is free with no fees, no commissions, and no hassle. Just call 650-471-5807. If you need to sell your home, Top Offer is the answer. Just call 650-471-5807. That's 650-471-5807. Or visit topoffer.com. That's topoffer.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going, and I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, Tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that ignoring your problem windows and doors can cause leaks, rot, and even mold? Kim Wonderly here with Renewal by Andersen. They're experts at finding affordable solutions to your window and door needs. Their experienced design consultants work with you to help you choose the windows and doors you want while meeting your design preferences and budget. They even handle HOA approval and permits. Don't miss BOGO 50 Bonanza Month at Renewal by Andersen. At your initial visit only, buy one window, patio door, or entry door, and get the next one 50% off when you buy 6 or more, with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 full year. But call by July 31st, 415-890-4949. That's 415-890-4949. Once more, 415-890-4949. Offer not available in all areas. Restrictions and conditions apply. Call for license information.
Her voice so nice, we're going to hear it twice. Here's Kim from your local Honda dealer traffic center.
Different information this time, but westbound 237, we're seeing some real improvement now coming off of 880 as you make your way out to Zanker. That's still congested. Then it loosens up. Still a little pocket of slowing near Lawrence Expressway where we had an accident at one point. It was blocking all lanes, but it's not a solid backup any longer. That is a little bit better news. North 85, though, this is still a bit of a puzzle. This crash has been there for almost a couple hours, well, at least since 7:30. Northbound 85, well south of Camden, we have traffic still backing up beyond the 87 split here. In San Francisco, I was noticing a lot of stop-and-go traffic coming up 19th Avenue. As you make your way out to and past Lincoln, it's backed up this morning, let's see, almost to Moraga. As you come up to MLK, and then inbound, it's also backed up to MLK, as though there may be a signal light problem here, we're guessing. Your next update, 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Thank you, Kim. We got the start of a cooling trend today. Highs about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than yesterday, in the 90s inland, near 80 by the bay, and 60s at the coast. Traffic and weather together on the 8th and All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Thursday, July 25th, 2024. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Michael Wald, declaring no more excuses. Governor Newsom wants California's cities to aggressively clear homeless encampments.
This is Matt Bigler in Oakland. They'll tell you which bars and restaurants were hit in an early morning burglary spree.
And Vice President Harris addresses teachers whose union is the first to endorse her. I'm Margie Schaefer.
I'm Eric Thomas.
CBS News is next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and on-beat station.
9 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Chafin. The likely Democratic presidential nominee hits Houston. Vice President Harris speaking to the American Federation of Teachers.
I thank you for your support over the years and for being the first union to endorse me this week.
Picking up on a theme offered by President Biden last night.
We face a choice between two very different visions, one focused on the future and the other focused on the past. And we are fighting for the future.
Last night, former President Trump attacked Harris as a, quote, radical left lunatic. The government says the economy grew at an annual rate of 2.8% in the second quarter. CBS's Jill Schlesinger says businesses performed well, but consumers held up their end of the bargain, too.
What this really does mean is that consumers picked up their spending in the second quarter. Consumers spent in both goods and services, motor vehicles and motor vehicle parts, furnishings were up. There was a lot of spending on health care and housing and utilities.
CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti has the latest now on a fire in Central California that more than tripled in size overnight.
A new wildfire is raging out of control. Breaking out just north of Sacramento, sending flames up into trees and devouring thousands of acres. Fire crews drove between walls of flames near the town of Chico, where hundreds of residents are under evacuation orders.
Also in California, the governor has issued an executive order for the removal of homeless encampments in the state. A court appearance in Uvalde, Texas today for a school police officer facing negligence charges connected to the 2022 school massacre. CBS News Texas reporter Andrea Lucio.
This was a very short hearing. It lasted maybe 15 minutes tops. It was an opportunity for the defendant, Adrian Gonzalez, to stand before a judge and enter that not guilty plea. It was also the first opportunity that many of these victims' families have had to see him in a person since this shooting.
In the latest move in the battle over a 30-year prison inmate, Missouri Supreme Court blocked the release of Christopher Dunn, whose murder conviction was overturned by a judge who said there was proof of innocence and ordered his release. Dunn's wife, Kira, was headed to the prison to get him when she got the news.
They have no charges to hold him on. Not at all. He's now basically a hostage. He's no longer an inmate, and yet here we are. He's still being held. For what? What does this accomplish?
Wall Street, the Dow is up 350. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's 9:03 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. The heat eases today with a more comfortable weather pattern on tap. Highs today in the 90s inland, around 80 by the Bay, and the mid-60s at the coast. Good morning, I'm Margie Schaefer.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
And here's what's happening.
Evacuations are underway as fire crews battle a 45,000-acre wildfire that started at Chico's Bidwell Park yesterday afternoon and is now burning in Butte and Tehama counties. The Park Fire has burned 6,500 acres by yesterday evening and exploded in size overnight. It's currently only 3% contained. Thousands of people are evacuated from the fire zone in northeast Chico. That includes Chico Regional Airport. At least 3 evacuation centers have been set up. Stay with us as we continue to follow this developing story.
Governor Newsom today issued an executive order aimed at clearing out tents and homeless encampments across the state. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports live. It marks one of the most aggressive actions following a recent Supreme Court decision on this issue. Mike?
That's right, Margie. The governor taking to social media to declare, quote, no more excuses. Newsom's sweeping executive order directs California cities and counties about how to most effectively ramp up enforcement of tents and encampments impacting the state's roughly 180,000 homeless people. And while Newsom can't force local jurisdictions to take action, he will mandate state agencies work with local governments to get people into services. Oakland has already started clearing some encampments. San Francisco will follow suit starting next month. San Francisco Mayor London Breed.
We will continue to lead with services, but we also can't continue to allow people to do what they want on the streets of San Francisco, especially when we have a place for them to go.
But homeless advocates argue the governor's action does little to actually address the root causes of the homelessness. Jennifer Friedenbach is executive director of the Coalition on Homelessness. She calls the action performative.
We had some great investments from the state. That was incredibly helpful, and now that investment has dried up, and the shift has been now we're just going to sweep out encampments.
Reporting live, Mike DeWald, KCBS.
Thank you, Mike. Several Oakland businesses are reeling after an early morning burglary spree. KCBS's Matt Bigler reports multiple bars and restaurants in the heart of the city were hit, including an historic piano bar.
We're talking about the alley here in the city's Grand Lake neighborhood. Yesterday morning, a group of thieves used bolt cutters to break into this piano bar and make off with the cash register and an ATM.
Feels like a violation.
Hector Batista